There's two sessions. Good morning, folks. This is Mike with Common Guy Sports. We're going to be getting started in about 5 minutes. I have a little cleanup still to do, but glad you can join us. The chat is open. If somebody could out there, if you're on your phone or computer, give me a quick thumbs up or a comment in the chat would be appreciated, so I know everything looks and sounds okay. This is session 1, which is the 13&Overs. The heat sheets are in Meet Mobile. If you're not familiar with Meet Mobile, it's an app for your phone or tablet. Bottom. All right, top left is the scoreboard. I'm going to keep that on the whole time. I'm just adjusting the size a little. That top element is not important. It just says Discovery 2025, and the top right is the running time. All right, so we're going to start here with this camera on the start left end, 25-yard pool. We'll go to a middle camera. That glare you see up there, so lane 1 is closest to you. So there's the gutter, there's the first lane line. That'll be lane 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Lane 4 has a reflection. Those will move as we progress through the day. And then I have a camera at the right-hand side. All right, so again, 25-yard pool. All starts will start. Let me give you a different view so we can follow it down. All starts are going to start here at the left-hand side. Again, lane 1 is closest to us. If you ever, couple indicators there on the starting block, you'll see a 1, and the other area you'll see a 1 is up here on the flags. So those will be in view, but lane 1 is going to be closest to us. Lane 6, top of the pool. All right, the scoreboard you see is in the top left of the area here. See the parent volunteers for the timers are behind the blocks. All right, again, 25-yard pool, all starts on the left-hand side, and then this is a view. If you've been here before, I am up on the balcony. There's all our guests here in attendance. So, point of reference, the swimmers are upstairs in the gym. They will come down, as you see them on the far end. They'll enter in this far right corner, and then they'll be marshaled around the pool, and then make their way down on these three different sets of bleachers. You see the lane 1 through lane 6. So you will see the swimmers over there. Yeah, interesting, it got a little dark in that corner of the pool. What else going on? Top right, that is not accurate yet. I need to clean that. Let me change that a little. Tried to get fancy and thin out the background. All right, so the top right, I'll get that updated shortly. Those are not the next swimmers. We don't have, I just received the heat sheet, so let me get that working. So again, good morning, glad you can join us. Hope everything is looking good on your end. Everything looks fine from here. Coming live from Summit Area YMCA. All right, our first race is going to be a relay. We have heat 1 of 2 of 200-yard freestyle relay. So now on the top right of your screen, you should see 3 teams lining up. Those are the teams you see behind the blocks. Lanes 2, all right, WEY West Essex, WMY West Morris, and then SAY is Summit Area Y. All right, so, all right, here we go. We're going already. Let's see if this is all, that's not really well lined up. All right, I'll get that adjusted. So there's your lane assignments and logos. I'll get those two adjusted. They're just counting off for timers right now. Now on the top right, you'll see different names up there. Those are the teams in the second heat. This is heat 1 of 2. Okay, we're underway again. Lane 1 closest to us. So they're in 2, 3, and 4. All right, bottom right of your screen, you see the events for this section this morning. We'll jump back to the start. Second swimmer entering here. 200 free. Each swimmer swimming a 50 down and back. Second swimmer's entering the pool here. We'll go wide view. That is lane 4, WMY. All right, back to the start. Third swimmer's entering. In that group is Campbell, Sanguillo, Casales, and Gould. That should be Samantha entering the pool there. Lane 2 entering next. And here's lane 3. Lane 2 is made WMY, Pastriotti, Shulman, McMillan, and Atkins. Lane 3, WEY. All right, here we go. Back to the start. Lane 4, next swimmer entering. Lane 2 is Lynch, Sa, Sakuma, and Tibetis. So down the far end, lane 4, 25 to go at that turn. That WMY team, they did not have a seed time. All right, final swimmer entering there in lane 3. We'll stay here. Lane 4, swimmer coming under the flag. She'll be finishing. All right, again, they did not come in on a seed time. As the name suggests, Discovery, this is the first meet of the season as we're rolling out of summer, so it allows the coaches to get a gauge on the swimmers. All right, so here we are. Let's look behind the blocks. Next group. Again, I'll get these alignment a little bit better, but so you'll see that we have 4 summit teams here. Again, A, B, C, D. So the A team traditionally is the fastest group of swimmers based on seed times. As you can see, seed time display there, 1:45 in that lane 3. That's made up of Manning, McDonald, Petrozzi, and Sam Arias. Again, that's the summit team in 3. Summit in 2 is made up of Marks, Hong, Cometti, and Schenker. Lane 4, Davies, Harrington, Keeler, and Tomenko. Lane 5, I'm sorry, they've already turned. Here we are coming back. So that is lane 3, Manning finishing, going on to Amelia McDonald. 26-4 on the first splits. We'll go wide. So lane 4 again is Davies, Harrington, Keeler, and Tomenko. Lane 5, Chaco Morales, Taguane, Kwan, and Garino. All right, this is lane 3, second swimmer finishing, Amelia McDonald, Paige Pacciarozzi entering the pool. That's lane 4, and third swimmer, Kate Keeler. Lane 2, Ellie Kamenke. And then lane 5, Haley Kwan. All right, lead group going right to left. Lane 3, Coach Pat, blue shirt, bottom left. Sporting facial hair. Getting ready for winter. Final swimmer, lane 3, Sam Arias. All right, up in the scoreboard, you can see the blue number there, 27, if you're 2786. Those are splits being displayed in that blue column. Right side is a cumulative running time, and then that will be the finish time. And then the second column, PL, is going to be the place. So as this group in lane 3, again, they came in on a 145, which is going above that, 149.04. Again, early season. All right, I did not update names yet, top right. We'll get that in a second for you. We're going to have heat 1 of 1 here for the boys' side. Those are now updated with the teams, top right. And here's the lane assignments for those teams. This is event 2. We are underway. Event 3 on deck will be the 15 and over 200 freestyle. 1 heat on the girls, 1 heat on the boys. Again, this is heat 1 of 1 of event 2. Lane 2 WMY is Leon, Walters, Ross, Padella. Lane 3 WMY, McTeague, Nelson, Crisco, Germino. Lane 3 Summit A, Miguel Sanders, Weintraub, Mahara, and Serdenko. Hey, Vlad. And lane 5, Lee, Jara, Fisher, and Wang. All right, second swimmers finishing here. Some nice splits there. Cumulative 53.08 there from lane 4 with the lead, 26.7 on that split. All right, third swimmers entering here. Shortened up this race. We're tight here. Lane 4, first to the wall. This is not an entrance. It's not an entrance. All right, nice job. First to the wall, lane 4. All right, top right is the updated for the next group about to go. Lane 5 into the wall. We'll be moving on to event 3. This is heat 1 of 1 of the older girls. Here's their lane assignments. All right, tight one, 1, 2, and 3. I'll get you names in a second. A lot of names to read here, full lanes. All right, so this is event 3, lane 1, WMY. Achi, Chimo, Wright, McDonald. Lane 2, WMY. Perbeski, Bono, Mintrab, Wright. Lane 3, Summit. Sarah Thomas, Semsil, McGrath, and Megan Dwyer. Lane 4, Summit, Grace Madden. Amelia Feldstein, Bowl, and Charlotte Lee. All right, we're tight, 1, 2, 3. 53.5, 52.9, 52.84. Summit A and 3 with the slight lead there. Lane 5, Summit C, Bryn Petrozzi, Slotwisky, Chalala, and Ava Miller. Here we go, final swimmers. Lane 6, Summit D, Cami Marks, Sophia Klein, Audrey Vargas, Annie Lynch. All right, lane 2. Let's take a look at that turn. She's got a body length, lane 2 over lane 3. All right, again, the boys' names. Shucks, haven't updated those yet. Did not update names yet. Low time there, lane 2, 1:44. All right, we'll get a little more settled in as we get out of these relays. All right, top right of your screen are the boys' names. We have one heat. This will be the final heat of relays, then we'll go to individuals. Oh, here's their lane assignments. We're underway. All right, top right, now you see individual names. That'll be the girls on deck. This is the final relay. Event 4, lane 2, WMY, Wagchuk, Franco, Roy, Arturi. Lane 3, Summit A, LJ Conlin, Greenwald, Declan Vargas, McNaughter. WMY is Wardle, Holder, Luke Farkas, and Dima Fedorov. Oh, already at the far end. We can see the turn coming off the wall already. We'll go wide here. Lane 5, WEY, Zachary Lee, Ganesh, Holbray, and Woodley. Any mispronunciations, I apologize. That is our lane 3 group. Summit A with the lead here. Final swimmers on the blocks. (22.8) there for WMY, third swimmer. We're going to go back. Potentially Luke Farkas. Pardon me if I misrepresent that. We got a race here, folks. You keep an eye. 3 and 4. Looks like 4 is going to pull it out, and they do. WMY 22.7 coming home there. Dima Fedorov. Nice swim, gentlemen. All right, let's catch our breath. Hope everybody's enjoying the coverage so far. If you're joining just late, we started 12 minutes ago. You can rewind at any point. You don't affect anything. Oh, that's weird. All right, here we go with girls. There we go. It's a little bit better on that lane alignment. All right, going to event 5 now, 200 fly. We have 2 heats here. Okay, you see the names there for our heat 1. All right, so folks, with the structure of the meet, we're moving pretty quick. So if we did have time, I would go to this view and kind of pan down. So when we get a second, we'll do that, make it a little more personal. Hopefully get the swimmers' faces. All right. But again, we're doing what's known as flyover starts. So as one race finishes, swimmers do not exit the pool. Again, the chat is open. If anybody has questions or comments, please feel free to put them in there. If you're on your phone or tablet, it's really easy to type in there. If you're on a TV, you can view the chats. But I don't know of any TVs that allow you to input anything as a comment. Again, we started 15 minutes ago. If you missed one of the relays, you were interested, you can rewind. It doesn't affect anybody else. You have your own viewing session. We are at event 5, heat 1 of 2. The names you see now on the top right of your screen are the heat 2 swimmers. All right, here we go. Heat 1 of 2, event 5. You see the names on the scoreboard top left. So lane 2 will be the closest swimmer to us. Lane 1 is empty at this time. All right, there was a loud noise here, so the official chose to reset the swimmers. Okay, underway. Again, this is heat 1 of 2. Oh, I'm sorry. These are all mixed races. I should have clarified that. So we do have boys and girls swimming together. You will see the designation by the age. So in the top right, as you see that, the W15 representing a women 15-year-old. All right, and then the other information on the top right is a team affiliation and then a seed time. So seed times are used to group swimmers together. So swimmers, they want, similar speeds to be grouped together. All right, so that is lane 3, first to turn, McGrath at the 100-yard halfway point, followed by Miller, and then Schenker in 2, and then Chen in 5 as they turn. It's our lead swimmer in 3 at 150. McGrath, 148.10 cumulative. Again, top right will be the swimmers in the next heat. All right, lead swimmer lane 3 going right to left here. Jules McGrath from Summit. She'll be finishing here at this wall. Jules came in on a 2:46, just went 2:27. Huge improvements. Nice swim, Jules. All right, behind the blocks, you see the swimmers lining up. Those will be the orange names you see on the top right. So the intent there is to give you kind of a who's on deck. Yes, I'm a Yankee fan, so sad morning this morning with results of last night, but I guess all across all sports yesterday, a lot of upset people. All right, here we go. This is heat two of two. And we're underway. Annie Lynch in 1, Douglas McNauer in 2, Declan Vargas 3, Lucas Greenwald 4, Henry Weintraub 5, Kate Keeler 6. 1 is closest to us, 6 top of your screen. Declan Vargas first to turn at the 50. So this is the final heat of this event. Then we'll move on to event 6, 200-yard breaststroke. Swimmers for the first heat of that are on the top right of your screen. All this information is in Meet Mobile. You could download that. And they are publishing that for free. Some meets that you will go to will require a subscription. Summit does not charge for that. I'm speaking too fast. I thought they're not today. I don't know if the results will be published for free. All right, lead swimmer, lane 3, going left to right. Here's the kind of group of next swimmers coming into the wall. All right, we'll go wide here, have a little separation. Again, lane 3, lead swimmer is Declan Vargas. Came in on a 1:54.77. Here we are at 1:50. All right, next group turning. These are turning at 1:50. It's just lead swimmer. Here's Declan coming home under the flags. Nice swim. 2:01.77. This is our lane 2 swimmer coming home. We'll go wide to see the remaining field coming in. This is lane 5, Weintraub finishing. Again, up next is event 6, heat 1 of 6. The names you see top right are your heat 2 swimmers now. Oh. Again, this is 200 breast, heat 1 of 6. The menu of events are on the bottom right of your screen. I was checking Meet Mobile. So this in Meet Mobile, it's just called Say Discovery Meet 2025. And yes, the results are being published for free. All right, here's our swimmers coming to the wall at the 50. All right, so just for reference, this session is the 13 and overs, and it's slated to be done by about 11:50 a.m. And then we have a short break, I think an hour, hour and a half maybe, and then we're back with the younger kids. All right, here we are at the 100. So lane 2, Sa, lane 3, Sakuma, and lane 4, Magal. Names on the top right, those 4 swimmers are your Heat 2 swimmers. Now here's the swimmers turning at 150. All right, final turn at that far end. They'll be swimming for home here. All right. That'll conclude Heat 1. Let's go ahead, overhead. Here's our entries for Heat 2. Now on the top right, you see the entries for Heat 3. So if you're not familiar, the way the whole seating component works, since this is a 6-lane pool, the software finds the 6 fastest entries and puts that as the last heat and then works backwards, trying to fill up all 6 lanes. And then when you get to kind of, if you would, the slower swimmers and it can't fill all 6, it'll shorten up lanes. And the reason we have 2 empty here, because as you remember in that first heat we had 3 swimmers. So if 2 of those swimmers swam in this heat, then we would have a single swimmer. So the software doesn't like that, as it wouldn't be, competitively fair to just have a swimmer swimming by themselves. So if you would, they call it pulling down. So it pulls down a couple swimmers and puts them in that heat. And then just the way the math works, that's why we then have 2 empty lanes here. All right. So Gabby Marks in 2, Ellie Kamechi in 3, JC Kachama Morales in 4, and Cam Atkins in 5. Again, this is Heat 2 of 6 with the names for Heat 3 on the top right of your screen. This is our lane 3 and 4 swimmers. Close one. 3:12.82 to a 94. Nice swim. All right, here we go. Oh, hold on, folks. Those names are not right. All right, the logos will pop up. We're underway with our Heat 3. Names on the top right are the Heat 4 swimmers now. Maya in 1, Reese in 2, Haley in 3, Cammie in 4, Chloe in 5, Nellie in 6. Right. The other thing, I don't know if this is helpful. I could pop on the names here so you get a refresh of where everybody is. Sometimes, 6-lane pool. Traditionally, hopefully you can stay ahead of the assignments, but maybe in a 10-lane, that's more beneficial. Again, this is Heat 3 of 6. Maya in 1, putting out an early charge here. Maya in 1. This will be our turn for 100 yards complete, halfway. Followed by Reese and Haley, 2 and 3 respectively, and then 4 and 6. All right, a little hard to see. We'll follow Maya here, hopefully. Get you the grandma shot. Nice swim here. This is 150 for Maya. Splitting 44s on a 206 cumulative for Maya. We'll see the rest of the field turning. Maya came in on 3:13.99. Maya's down here, ready at the wall, turning. She'll have 25 to go. Lane 1. We'll pick her up in a second as she comes heading back. You can see the remainder of the field swimming left to right. All right, here's Maya coming in for the finish. Again, came in high, 3:13.99. Looks like we're going sub 3 by a lot. Nice swim, 2:50.71. And a cheer. Nice swim, Maya. Okay, this is going to conclude Heat 3. The names you see top right are the Heat 4 swimmers. You should see them behind the blocks. And, why? Sorry, folks, I'm a little slow in my updates. Okay, those names will flash. Now they're correct here. All right. Also, my first meet of the year, so working out some kinks. Names top right are the swimmers for the next heat, which will be Heat 5. So 4 in the pool, 5 of 6 on deck. Those names top right in orange. All right, here we go. Just a refresh. Here's who's in the pool. Madeline in 1, Paige in 2, Kristen in 3, Kara 4, Joseph 5, Luke 6. That was the first 50 complete. We'll be at 75 at this right-hand wall. And this will be a 100 turn. First to turn at the 100, lane 2, Paige Patriozzi. Followed by lane 3, Kirsten Behrens. And again, I apologize, any mispronunciations. All right, lead swimmer here in lane 2 coming at you. That's Paige off to her right. Lane 3 is Kirsten, and then Kara in 4. We'll be at 150 at this wall, 2 lengths to go. .25 to go at this right-hand wall. Again, Paige in 2 continues to lead. Paige brings it home time 2:54.33. Came in on a 3:03. Way to go, sub 3, Paige. That was our heat 4. Here's our entries for heat 5 of 6. Names on the top right in orange are the swimmers in the final heat, heat 6. That'll be up next. All right. The other thing too, folks, I go to this camera pretty quick just so you can get a gauge, and it's intentionally lined up with the line in the bottom of the pool. That's not, I don't think it's accurate to middle of the pool, but it's a good point of reference to see who gets off the block fastest in that first, 12, 13, 14-ish yards. Okay. Again, this is heat 5 of 6 in the pool. Top of the pool, lane 5, first to turn. That'll be Reese Nelson, WMY, Wes Morris, YMCA. All right, if anybody's just joining us, the chat is open. Feel free to post a question or comment, feedback. Always open for feedback, so you can have a better viewing experience. I tweaked some of the cameras. This is a different camera I'm using, middle of the pool, just so hopefully the color's a little more accurate. I was using GoPros, and those are not great at color, so hopefully that's better. And again, always open for questions, comments, feedback, good or bad. Fully disclosure here, I am not affiliated directly with Summit. They hire me. I did have daughters that swam here years ago and wrapping up their college time. So as an empty nester, continued to do this. So you can always provide feedback in the chat. You can email me. This is Mike. So we're our email, commentguysportsnj@gmail.com. If you want to stay anonymous, feel free. give feedback to the coaches, and it'll trickle its way to me. But, I'm here to produce something that you enjoy, that you can see son, daughter, niece, nephew, cousin, whatever, granddaughter, potentially grandson. So let us know. Again, this is heat 5 of 6. All the events today are 200s, eight lengths of the pool. It's like lane 4, first to turn at the far end. That is Nelson. And we're coming home to the finish here. Goes low, 250.23. Reese came in on a 259.02. Nice job. All right, here we go. Final heat, heat 6 of 6. Semsel, Diaz, Franco, Bowl, Williams, Knoll, 1 through 6. After this, we'll have 200-yard freestyle. We are underway. 18 heats of that 200-yard freestyle. Names for heat 1 of 18 are on the top right of your screen. All right, that's our turn at the 50. All right, here we are at the 100 turn. Close one, middle of the pool there. Looks like lane 2, first to turn, 116.93 for Diaz, cumulative. And we'll be at 150 on the left-hand side. All right, 50 to go at this point. Lane 4 has kind of crept back up a little, low split there. Looks like 42.22 for Bowl and 4. Have low split there on that, going from 100 to 150. All right, all the blue text you see appearing and disappearing on the scoreboard, those are splits. You'll get splits for every 50. There's no pads at the right-hand side, so it's the left-hand side. All right, here we go. Lane 2 having a big push here towards the end. I'm sorry, yep, lane 2, first under the flags. Comes home low time there. Diaz splitting a 40.74 coming home. Nice job there, Gabriel. Right about his seed. Again, probably first races, post-summer long course, so some of these seed times could be coming out of last year, end of season. So good way to start the year. All right, here we go to start the freestyles. Should have, how many swimmers here? 3? Oh, there we go. As I said, this is heat 1 of 18. Names for heat 2, top right. Again, similar, kind of things divisible by 6, the remainders. So we have 3 swimmers this first heat and then 2 empty lanes in the next heat. Sometimes you might see 1 empty lane in the next heat, and again, it just comes down to the quantity of swimmers. Or I should say the quantity of entries, because potential could be scratches. So we do have, sometimes you'll see that there is an empty lane later on in a race as we move through the heats. And that could be somebody that decided not to swim that, doesn't feel well, or different reasons why they might scratch after the seeding has taken place. All right, lead swimmer Daniela in lane 4. First turn here at the 100. And we'll kind of go individual with the 3 swimmers. This is our lane 4 swimmer, Daniela. Jonathan's here in 3. And Priya in 2. All right, let's go. Daniela here turning at 150. She'll be coming into your view, top going under the flags. This is Jonathan in 3. And then Priyal in 2. 50 to go at this point, down and back at that left-hand wall. We'll jump up here to lane 4, Daniela coming home, final 25. All right, and then the remaining swimmers here, Jonathan and Prayal finishing. There'll be 25 to go at that wall. And into the finish, Daniela goes 3:09.10, dropping a ton off a 3:37 seed time. Again, this was heat 1 of 18. All right, we'll do a quick pan down. Swimmers getting ready for heat 2. All right, underway with heat 2. Names top right are your heat 3 swimmers. All right, so this is a 100 turn on this left-hand side. Halfway mark for the swimmers. We'll be at 125 down this right-hand wall. And 150 here. This is a look at lanes 3, 4, and 5. Lane 3, lead swimmer here, Daniel Jara. And he's into the wall with the low time in this heat. He goes 2:33.10, dropping a bunch off a 2:56.53 seed. Good sportsmanship between Daniel and Cam there in 3 and 4. Try and squeeze a quick pan in. Here we are with heat 3 of 18. Underway. Top right now, the names for heat 4. Again, all the events are listed down there on the bottom right of your screen. We are into event number 7. And again, we're slated to be done before noon, about 11:50 is the estimate. It is 9:53 here, real time. Okay, that was a 50 turn there. .75 at this wall on the right-hand side. Lane 2, Colin Holm, first to turn. All right, just give you a lineup here. Agard in 1, Holm in 2, Arbin in 3, Garino in 4, Cutry in 5, and Van Wert in 6. All right, lane 2's a ready turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. That is our running order there at the halfway mark. Again, if you're joining us late, just a couple things that might seem repetitive if you've been here the whole time. So the swimmers are upstairs above us in the gym, in the staging area. So you'll see them enter this right corner of the screen here view and then be on that far wall on those bleachers staging. All right, so that's lane 2 turning at the 150. It's on a 153.58 cumulative 41.39 split. And then, think lane, yeah, that should keep swimming. Yeah, so no DQ probably there for a freestyle. Other events might get a DQ there, stopping. Unfortunately, 8 lanes to the pool. There are not counters used at the 200. Those are used at the 500. So unfortunately, a couple of those swimmers at the 150 stopped on the wall, but should not be a DQ. If anybody knows better than me, please put it in the comments. I think that is allowable in the freestyle. All right, low time goes to 1. Something that might not be familiar. So up on the scoreboard, you see lane 3 for Matthew. You're getting dashes. So that is, it's not saying he's DQ'd or anything like that. That is just a scoreboard representation that it didn't get a good final touch. So this is going to conclude heat 3. I'll give a little more explanation on that, but real quick. So behind, you see that cord coming off the timing system, and then the volunteer here has a button in her hand there. It looks like a Jeopardy button. So that's tied into the timing system, and on finishes, and did I not? Oh, shucks, folks. These are not the right names. All right, here's the correct names. Sorry about that. Okay, we're underway. Empty lane there in 3. But that button is tied into the timing system. It's called the backup timer or plunger. If you've been with me before, I always say everything in swimming has multiple names. So depending on what your club uses or regional, where you're from, you might hear different names for things. But that button or plunger is tied into the timing system is when the swimmer finishes, and only at the finish that volunteer is instructed to push that. Now, if they push that before the swimmer's at the wall, where the swimmer hits the pad in the wall, it'll put dashes up on the board just showing that it had a backup timer and that the timing system saw that, recognized it, but didn't post that as the official time for the swimmer. All right, and then the other part, if you're not familiar, let me just, sorry, while the swimmer's in the wall is this black pad that hangs over, and then that's also tied into the timing system. And as a swimmer comes in and hits that, basically it compresses that pad. There's a little air gap in there, and as they push on it, it creates a little short, and that's what the timing system recognizes, and ultimately that's what we're using for all these splits. So, and that's what should be the official finish time. So, okay. Again, with the older swimmers, hopefully this is not repetitive, but maybe somebody's new to swimming. So when the swimmer finishes, there's really 4 times that will be recorded. So each volunteer behind the block has a stopwatch. They will record a time. The time that when the swimmer hits the pad, that's recorded. And then the time when the plunger is pushed, that's recorded. All right, so then all those times are brought back. And unfortunately, I think we have another 150 here. And then all those times are brought back into the office. The manual stopwatches are entered into the software, which is called Meet Manager. And then that basically looks at all those, determines if there's a large discrepancy in any of those, and then either puts a flag on it that needs to be reviewed, or then determines the official time for that swimmer. All right. So hopefully somebody found that beneficial. All right, I believe we're coming in to finish. Yeah. All right. And you can tell it's a finish as the volunteers, as you see them lean forward to look down on the wall. So each lane should show 2 people leaning forward, looking down. One of those persons has a clipboard, as you can see, bottom left. You see her writing down the time, and then the other volunteer comes over and either shows her the time or will read it out. And that's another thing, that there's 2 different options there. All right, here we go, next group. What's going on, folks? There we go. A little slow. Underway. This is heat 5 in the pool. Names for 6, top right of your screen. Here we are turning at the 50. Again, let me wrap up on that idea or that comment that, so some people will show the stopwatch to the other person that needs to write it down. Some will read it out. So it's just one of those things that, I guess, preference on the person that's writing it down to either listen for it or look and then jot it down. So, all right, that's that. If there are other things, questions or comments, if you're new to swimming and you see something that don't understand or doesn't make sense, please post it in the chat. All right, here we are at the 100 turn. Again, this is Heat 5 in the water. The names you see on the top right in orange are the Heat 6 swimmers. These are mixed heats, so we have boys and girls intermixed. All right, take a look up there. That is lane 4 turning at the 150. Woodley, Jacob first to turn. So lane 1, Ji Lang, lane 2, Amelia, lane 3, Stella, lane 4, Jacob, lane 5, Aditi, and lane 6, Cars. All right, I was a little slow. All right, here we come into the finish. Jacob goes low time there, 2:31.2. Dropping about 6 seconds, just short of 6 seconds off of 2:37.13 for Jacob. Nice job. All right, real quick, we'll pan. Go back overhead. Here we go with our Heat 6. Names for 7, top right. All right, our swimmers here for Heat 6. Bryce in lane 1, Caleb in 2, Abrella in 3, Maya in 4, Luke in 5, and Sophia in 6. Leading them out here is Caleb in 2. All right, boys in 1 and 2, 5 and 6 here. Girls are in 3 and 4. Again, everything's based on seed times. So as you see on the top right of your screen, those numbers you see out there, the 231 or 230 in lane 3 up to a 233 in lane 6. So another thing, just to, if you're not familiar with the software, basically of the 6 swimmers in a given heat, the way it works is lane 3 is going to have the low seed time, and then it fans out from there. So it goes 3, 4, 2, 5, 1, 6. So you'll typically see swimmers in lanes 3, 4, 2, 5 winning heats, and that's mostly because they come in with the lower seed times assignment to those lanes. But again, we're early in the season here. This is not, some kids might have a big growth spurt over the summer. Some might have swam club through the summer. Some might have swum more leisure summer leagues. And some might be playing other sports. So it all varies swimmer to swimmer. All right, here we are coming home. Lane 2 going low there is Caleb. 2:19.42 for Caleb, came in on a 2:34.50. So that 2:19, geez, just sent a page forward here in my heat sheets. That would have put him up, I don't know, around heat 10. Would have, again, it's just as a point of reference. All right, that was heat 6. Quick pan, 2. Here we go, heat 7. Names for 8, top right. All right, here we are at the first 50. All right, run through the order here. We have Samantha in 1, Alice in 2, Vanessa's in 3, Purab's in 4, Alexander in 5, Emery in 6. All right, ready at the 75 mark down here. Samantha leading them out. This is our 100 turn. 103.73 for Samantha. Low split there at the 100. Followed by a 106 up in lane 4 for Purab. All right, so everybody's turned now at 100. Samantha at the 125 at the right-hand side turned. And then Purab up there in 4. We'll go wide view here. So lead group going right to left, lane 1 closest to us. We'll be at 150 on this left-hand wall. Keep an eye up there in lane 6, Emery. All right, we'll go wide for a second here. Again, lead swimmer, Samantha, bottom right of your screen. She's turning at the 175. Purab in 4. Under the flags into the wall, and then Emily up in 6. Samantha came in on a 233, just went 218, nice job. Big push there on the tail end there. 35.27 up there in lane 6 for Emily coming home on that final 50, 222.91. Oh, Emery, I'm sorry, I'm saying Emily. 233.08 was the seed, came in and finished on a 222. Nice job, Emery. Give a quick pan. I might be missing lane 1 all the time. And a finish there. Here we go with our Heat 8. Names for 9 are updated top right. Heat 8, lane, sometimes, folks, I don't do this consistent. I need to get better at this. So lane 1 is Gabby Marks. Lane 2, Charlie Kovacs. Lane 3, Sophia Klein. Lane 4, Anissa Tenekun. Lane 5, David Knoll. And lane 6, Sawyer Mazzol. Yeah, so I should be consistent, either saying the lane number first or the name first. So I'll work on that. Try and do the lane and then the swimmer's name. This is Heat 8 of 18. Top right are the swimmers for Heat 9. This is a 100 turn, lane 6. Keep an eye up there. That is Sawyer Mazzol from WMY, West Morris YMCA. That was the 100 turn on that left side. We'll be at 125 on this right side. And it continues to lead. Keep an eye, lane 6, top of your screen, Sawyer, 150. Low split might be lane 2, 36.91 though. Yeah. Again, the swimmers are not, in a sense, racing against each other. It's really racing for their own times, but obviously you hear the cheering. This is Sawyer up here in 6. We'll go wide as soon as he goes under the flags. See the finish. Big push, lane 2. Lane 2 goes low time. Look at that, 34.48 coming home there, lane 2. Great swim. Charlie Kovacs. 2:27. He came in on a 2:27, goes 2:20.46. That's a 7-second drop. Nice job, Charlie. Oh, shucks. Is that? Oh, it is. No, I'm sorry, folks. Those names were not right. What is going on? All right, we have Heat 9 in the pool. I'm going to give you names here. These should... Atkins in 1. Yeah, now the names are correct. All right, real quick, folks. I'm going to just do this real quick. All right, now you see the swimmers as they come in. There's their lane assignments. I'm sorry I didn't get that updated in time. This is Heat 9. Top right are the names for Heat 10. All right, here in Heat 9, lane 1, Mackenzie Atkins. Lane 2, Kirsten Lorenz. Lane 3, Ella Loeffler. Lane 4, Angelica Sandoval. Lane 5, Jorge Lajols. Lane 6, Caitlin Hung, sorry. All right, so those splits you saw on the wall, on the board, are hundredths. Swimmers are at 125 right-hand wall. That is lane 3, Ella Loeffler, leading at 150. And this final 25 now coming home. Ella goes low there, 224 in lane 3. That's going to conclude Heat 9. Here we are, Heat 10. All right, 10 of 18 is in the pool. Names for Heat 11, top right of your screen. All right, here in Heat 10, lane 1, Cami Marks. Lane 2, Conrad Cosina. Lane 3, Samuel Crisco. Lane 4, Shane Nelson. Lane 5, Carly Moser. And lane 6 is Robert Walters. We're going to be at a 100 split here. Lane 3, first to turn, Samuel Crisco. Again, all these heats are mixed, boys and girls, so it's purely based on the seed times, how everybody's being grouped together. We'll be at 150 left-hand side, lane 3, Samuel, first to turn. All right, little ISO here, lead swimmer, lane 3, Samuel. Nice strong stroke, good kick. Big push into the wall, nice finish. 2:04.31 for Samuel, came in on a 2:17.11. Huge drops. All right, that was our heat 10. All right, swimmer in lane 5 coming into the finish. We'll do a pan and pick that up. All right, here is heat 11. Names for 12, top right of your screen. All right, the swimmers here in heat 11, lane 1, Annie Rionda. Lane 2, Isabel Gonzalez. Lane 3, Gabrielle Diaz. Lane 4, Thomas Niall Sanders. Lane 5, Sophia Segulo Lippanen. Lane 6, Chloe Harrington Sutton. .75 on this wall. All right, lanes 3 and 4 leading him out here in heat 11. Lane 3 is Gabrielle, lane 4 is Thomas. These are 100 splits. So another term you might hear where some people will comment and say that split was on the feet. So somebody split a 35.82 on the feet because they're not coming in and using their hand to touch the wall. They're basically flip turning. So that split will be a little slower there because of the fact that the wall doesn't register it, as you'll see this time, doesn't register it until they're basically starting moving away from the wall. All right, so you'll see that factoring into some of the split times, and some commentators will say, you know, he went 36.02 on the feet, so that's what that represents. All right, so lanes 2 and 5 pushing here on the second half of this, and you can see that in their splits. Again, all the splits will be recorded in Meet Mobile, so if you're interested to go back and look at it and analyze it down to that. All right, looks like lane 4 is going to go low here. And he does 2:16.12 for Thomas, right on his seed time. All right, here we go, getting ready for the next heat. Here we go, heat 12. Names for 13 are updated now, top right. Swimmers here in heat 12, lane 1, Maeve O'Neill, lane 2, Bruno Ross, lane 3, Emily Feldstein, lane 4, Hugo Leon, lane 5 is Megan Chiella and lane 6, TJ White. Lane 4, first to turn, that is Hugo, followed by lane 2, Bruno. This will be a 100-yard completed at this turn, halfway. All right, 150 complete. Final 2 lengths of the pool here in heat 12 of 18. All right, lead swimmer there, lane 4. All right, Hugo. Yep, followed by Bruno in 2. They're coming home. Here we are into the finish. Hugo goes low there, 209.70, dropping off a 211.54. All right, so there's the pad getting adjusted. Coach Pat with the facial hair. This is heat 13. Names for 14, top right. In the pool here for heat 13, lane 1, Liv Campbell, lane 2, Sophia Gould, lane 3, Jaden Pinella, lane 4, Amelia McDonald, lane 5, Marco Holder, lane 6, Taylor Holzman. That is a 50 turn, couple sub 30s there. All right, so the software that I have shared with me shows me the estimated start time. So this race was scheduled to go at 10:21. It is 10:24 real time, so pretty close to on schedule. Again, the last race was slated at 11:45. All right, so those were 100 splits on the board. Jaden in 3, leading him out here. It's 125 there on the right-hand side. We'll be at 150 here. Stay here for a second. All the swimmers turned at 150. Now we can jump back to the wide view. Lead swimmer there, lane 3. See him on the right-hand wall. Catch him into the finish. Nice job. Jaden goes 2:03.15, coming home 30:101. Great job. Came in on a 2:08.60. Big drop, Jaden. Nice job. Here is heat 14. Names for 15 updated top right. All right, here we are in heat 14. Swimmers, lane 1, Ava Miller. Lane 2, Liv Wright. Lane 3, Charlotte Lee. Lane 4, Ethan McTee. Lane 5, Kate Manns. Lane 6, Ashley McDonald. 29.42 from lane 3 there, Charlotte Lee going out in that first 50. Right-hand wall there is 75 yards complete. And this is a 100 turn here for the swimmers. .150 turn there, 2 lengths to go. Lead swimmer here, lane 3, coming home. Charlotte Lee goes low there, 2:08.33. This is heat 15, 15 of 18. All right, here we are, heat 15 in the pool. Swimmers, lane 1, Grace Madden. Lane 2, Bryn Petriozzi. Lane 3, TJ Wangchuk. Lane 4, Maya Anakjed. Pardon me on that one. Sorry, Maya. Lane 5, Morgan Mintrobe. Lane 6, Rohonish Roy. All right, 75 yards complete at this wall on the right-hand side. Heat 15 of 18 in the pool. Names for 16, top right of your screen. And here we are at 100 splits. TJ sub 1 there at the 100. And I mentioned it earlier, typically middle of the pool has the low seed time, and you get this chevron effect. And it's holding true to this in this particular heat. We might actually have it finish order matching the seed times on this one. And into the wall. Oh, lane 4, big push. 30-21 coming home there. Lane 4, Maya. Throws a little monkey wrench in the finish order matching the seed order. Nice job. Heat 16, here we go. We're underway. Names for 17, top right of your screen. Here we are in Heat 16, lane 1, Vlad Sorenko, pardon me, Vlad. Lane 2, Samuel Germino. Lane 3, Ian Wardle. Lane 4, Sarah Thomas. Lane 5, Jack O'Neill. And lane 6, Gabe Farkas. This is 75 yards, complete right-hand wall. 16 of 17 in the pool. Names for 16 of 18 in the pool, pardon me. That's a 100 split. Names for 17, top right of your screen. This is lanes 1 and 2. We're at 150 here on this turn. Lane 2, Samuel Germino, and lane 1, Vlad Sorenko, leading them out here, followed by 5 and 6. And here we are into the finish. Goes low. Sub 2, 159.80 there for Samuel. Came in on a 2:00.99. Nice job. That's a 1.19 drop for Samuel. He goes low. All right. That was 16. Here's our swimmers for 17 lining up. We are underway. Names top right are the swimmers for Heat 18, the final heat. Here in Heat 17 in the pool, lane 1, Joshua Atari. Lane 2, Sid Wright. Lane 3, Victoria Bono. Lane 4, Jules McGrath. Lane 5, Matt Martino. Lane 6, Elisa Perebsky. That's 75 yards complete on that wall. Lane 1 leading him out is Joshua Atari. Here we are at the 100. Joshua going way under a minute. Came in on a 159.89. Just split cumulative 56.24 at the 100. Splitting a 29.7. Take a look at Josh's strong strokes here coming in. This will be a 150 turn. .32.06 on that split. Rest of the field, shoulder to shoulder. All right, Josh goes low time, 2:01.06, 2:04s, 2:03, 2:04s, rest of the field. Everybody really on seed. This final heat. Heat 18, here we go. Final heat. Up next will be heat 1 of the 200 back. Those names you see top right of your screen. All right, here in this final heat, lane 1, Jordan Franco, lane 2, Luke Farkas, lane 3, LJ Conlon, lane 4, Dima Fedorov, lane 5, Megan Dwyer, lane 6, Michael Madden. That is lane 3, LJ at the 100, first to turn. .75 yards on the right-hand wall. Again, up next will be 200 back. 8 heats there in event 8. .150 splits here. All right, swimmers going right to left will be finishing. It's LJ in 3, Dima in 4. And they're into the wall. LJ goes low time, 1:47.93, coming home 27.5. All right, up next, 200 backstroke. All right. Shout out lane 5 there, Megan Dwyer. Only female in that final heat. Nice job. Came in on a 154 seed. Okay, we'll take a look behind the blocks. 3 swimmers here for the first heat of the 200 back. So this time they will clear the pool. We'll see these swimmers exit before the 3 girls enter here in heat 1 of 8. All right, top right of your screen are the entries in heat 2, and notice there that it is full six lanes. So again, it's just based on the math. Again, this is heat 1 of 8. Lane 2, Daniela Osa. Lane 3, Haley Kwan. And lane 4, Karaz Jones. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. This is Mike, Common Guy Sports, 10:40 real time. This was supposed to go off at 10:36, this particular race. So we're a couple minutes behind schedule. So about another hour, approximate. And this is a 200-yard race. Names on the top right are updated with your Heat 2 swimmers. This is Haley in 3, and just above her as she turns, coming into frame is Karaz in 4, Karaz Jones. We'll stay here for a second. Daniela in 2, coming into frame here, turning at her 100 yards complete. This will be 150 yards complete left-hand side. All right, lane 2 turning. All right, I think lane 3 is at 1. We're done? Yep. Lane 3 complete. Sorry, folks. That's Haley done. 251, dropping a bunch off a 310 seed. And Karis in 4, finishing, dropping full 30 seconds off a 333 seed. Daniela in 2 has 25 to go. Okay, this is heat 1 of 8 coming to a conclusion. See our swimmers behind the blocks here as Daniela finishes there in 2. Here's our swimmers for the next heat. And here we go with heat 2. Names for heat 3 updated top right. All right, heat 2 in the pool. Lane 1, Lucas Chen. Lane 2, Parab Marara. Lane 3, Audrey Vargas. Lane 4, Matthew Orban. Lane 5, Jack Ferrara. Lane 6, Yana Mehta. Parab here in lane 2, first to turn at the 50. All right, here we are at 100 turn. Should be 150 Parab in 2, leading him at this point, followed by lane 5. I'm sorry, what happened there? Oh, that's Jack Ferrara in 5. I'm sorry, there was, I guess, a scratch in 6. 6 is an empty lane, threw me off a little there for a second. All right, everybody's now turned at 150, coming into the finish, lane 2. Goes low time there, 2:38. Dropping a bunch off a 3:00 seed time. Nice job there, Parab. Jack up in 5, also dropping a bunch, came in on a 3:00, just went 2:47. Take a look down the field. Here we go with the Heat 3 swimmers behind the blocks. Underway with Heat 3. Names for 4, top right of your screen. Heat 3 swimmers, lane 1, Alice Lynch, lane 2, Emily Committee, lane 3, Jorge Lajols, lane 4, Vanessa Maicon, lane 5, JC Cachillo Morales, lane 6, Nelly Tibetis. That is your Heat 3 of 8 swimmers. First to turn is Ellie in 2. Keep an eye on lane 6 up there. That's Nelly. So those are 100-yard splits on the board halfway there at that left-hand wall. Leading them out is Parab in 2. I'm sorry. Ellie in 2, Nelly in 6. Followed closely by lane 3, Jorge. All right, 150 at this point, 2 lengths to go. This is a look at lane 2 to the right side of your screen coming under the flags. And into the finish. Goes low there. Ellie goes 2:43.93. Dropping a bunch off a 2:50.29 seed. Nice job. And pan down for our Heat 4 swimmers getting ready. Here's their lane assignments. Names for Heat 5, top right. All right, Heat 4 in the pool. Lane 1, Thomas Niall Saunders. Lane 2, Kate Keller. Lane 3, Grace Flynn. Lane 4, Emily Feldstein. Lane 5, Sawyer Mazzol. Lane 6, Selena Shankar. And this is a 50-yard turn here on left side. First to turn, lane 5, Mazzol, Sawyer, splitting 34-6 at that point. All right, 75 yards at this right-hand wall. Again, this is Heat 4 of 8 in the pool. And again, on the bottom right of your screen, you can see we are in event 8, which is the backstroke. Up next, event 9, 200-yard IM. That'll be the final event of this session. We're back. I think there's an hour and a half break. So maybe 1:30 start time for the younger age group. It'll be a separate stream available on the channel. Common Guy Sports, all 3 words. Lane 5, Sawyer first to turn. So 150 complete left side here. Now take a look at our lead swimmer here, Sawyer in 5. Under the flags, bringing it home. All right, jump back for the rest of the field, finishing followed by lane 1, Thomas. Sawyer finished 2:28, came in on a 2:38.99, so that's a nice 10-second drop. All right, pan down the field. Here we go with our Heat 5 swimmers. Names for 6 updated top right. Okay, I didn't shut that off quick enough. Sorry. All right, Heat 5 underway. You might have seen the names flash real quick for Heat 6. Sorry about that. So here we are in the pool, Heat 5. Lane 1, Amelia Williams. Lane 2, Chloe Harrington Sutton. Lane 3, Emily Bowl. Lane 4, Taylor Holtzman. Lane 5, Annie Lynch. Lane 6, Annie Rionda. So Heat 5 in the pool, top right in orange are the swimmers in Heat 6 up next, 6 of 8. Emily Bowl leading them out here. There's Emily at the 100 split, lane 3. You see her turning now. 1:11.19 cumulative. We'll be at 150 on this left-hand wall. Again, lead swimmer here, lane 3, Emily Bowl. And we'll go wide here. Lane 6, top left of your screen here from this perspective, 150 for Annie just turned. Let's pick up our lead swimmer, Emily, in 3, coming home. Emily goes low there. You know, you see the dashes again. Her finish didn't come into the wall on a strong touch, so we got the dashes, but she goes low time, and she'll have a valid time registered, just that it's using the backup time. All right, so that's going to conclude Heat 5. We'll take a look for our Heat 6 swimmers about to step in behind the blocks. Names for Heat 7, top right of your screen. All right, underway with Heat 6. Again, names just updated top right for Heat 7. In Heat 6, in the pool, lane 1, Sophia Gould. Lane 2, Amelia McDonald. Lane 3, Zachary Lee. Lane 4, Bruno Ross. Lane 5, TJ White. Lane 6, Ashley McDonald. Eight total heats. First to turn, lane 3, Zachary Lee. So this is not a, head-to-head type race or the meet overall. It's really just to gauge swimmers where they are, discover their, as the name suggests, discover kind of their times, and then it gives the coaches a good idea of grouping the swimmers together, placing them on different competitive teams, and so on. So that's the intent. But sometimes you'll get a kind of a head-to-head race, two swimmers in the pool, and kind of works out best for both of them, kind of getting the adrenaline going, racing in that sense. So that is lanes 3 and 4. Zachary Lee in 3, Bruno Ross in 4, leading them out here. Again, but everybody is being grouped based on the seed times. So seed time is what they've swum this in the past. There are some cases that you might see an NT, standing for no time for the swimmers, or this coach might extrapolate their time for a particular race based on another race they've swum. Sometimes you can say, I swam the 100 in this, and then there's software that will extrapolate that out and estimate what you would swim that at a 200. Obviously, you just don't double the 100 because that's more of a sprint versus 200, which is still a sprint for some kids, but, at that distance, you're not going at the pace you would for 100. All right, into the wall. The finish low time there is Bruno Ross, right on his seed. Nice job. All right, here we go. We'll pan down for the swimmers for the next heat. That was Heat 6. Heat 7 swimmers should be behind the blocks. About to jump in. All right, here we are with Heat 7. Names for 8 are updated top right of your screen. In the pool now for Heat 7, lane 1, Abri Jordan. Lane 2, Megan Chihela. Lane 3, Ava Manning. Lane 4, Vlad Serdenko. Lane 5, Amanda Samsel. Lane 6, Maeve O'Neill. Again, names up top right are your Heat 8 final heat swimmers. "75 yards on this right-hand wall. These will be 100 splits on the left side. Vlad in 4, first to turn there. 108.07 cumulative at the 100. They're ready at the right side, 125. So that's Vlad in 4. Amanda in 5, Ava in 3, the lead 3 swimmers coming back. We'll be at 150 left-hand side. Running order continues: Vlad, Amanda, Ava. And then 1, 2, 6. Aubrey in 1. Megan in 2. Maven 6. All right, we'll pick up this lead group final 25 after they turn here coming home. That's Vlad in 4. Off to his left is Amanda. And Vlad into the wall, going low here. Big push. This was Heat 7 completing final heat, Heat 8. You see those swimmers behind the blocks. Pan down, here they are getting ready. Lane 1 closest to us, white cap. Final heat, Heat 8. Then we'll move on to 200-yard IM. 13 heats there. Names for that first heat of the IM, updated top right of your screen. Final heat here in the pool, Heat 8. Lane 1, Gabe Farkas. Lane 2, Declan Vargas. Lane 3, Lucas Greenwald. Lane 4, Michael Madden. Lane 5, Katie Manns. Lane 6, Victoria Bono. Final heat. All right, so we made up a little time this last race, the one that started about a minute, or well, if you look at the scoreboard and say 48 seconds ago, was slated to go off at 11:02. It is 11:04 here, real time from sunny and warm Summit, New Jersey. If you're not watching us from the area, had 82-degree weather yesterday. I think it was 10 or 12 degrees above normal. Showing 75 out right now, high of 83 expected today. And again, hope you're enjoying the coverage. This is Mike, Common Guy Sports. So we're back later for the younger kids. And then I've talked to Coach Pat. We'll be doing the deep freeze meet and then the 8 and under. So the deep freeze is the large 3-day meet. So we'll be back on the air for that. And then got to say thank you to Westfield Y. I'll be covering their Devilfish Classic in a couple weeks. Low time here, lane 2, 2:04 for Declan. Dropping off a 2:06.19. Nice way to start the year, Declan. All right, so that's going to wrap up the backstroke. Take a look, couple swimmers lining up here. 3 swimmers for the IM. We'll go above. Oh, hold on. This will refresh in a second. There's our swimmers. Heat 1. 1 of 13 for the 200 IM. 50 yards of each stroke. Heat 1 of 13. Names for Heat 2, top right. Okay, we're underway. I should have gotten T-shirts made and done a quiz. Does everybody know the order of the IM? So obviously, while you're watching, you know butterfly is first. What's next? Okay, if anybody guessed, backstroke. 2 more out there if anybody wants to put it in the chat. 2 more strokes to go. The order of the IM is different than the relay, the medley relay. And there's a good reason why the medley relay has different order. Does anybody want to put that in the chat? All right, lead swimmer here, lane 3 is Ava Newsom. Closer to you is Riva Doshi in 2. And then coming into frame, Jack Van Wert in a second. He'll be in lane 4. All right, swimmers are now onto the breaststroke. So our lead swimmer here, Ava Newsom in 3. Stay here a second. Ava will be down, turning and then transitioning to the freestyle on the left-hand side. But while we have the moment, we'll pick up Riva here in 2. And Jack will be up here in lane 4. All right, as you see coming into your frame, lead swimmer Ava Newsom freestyling. She'll have 25 to go at this right-hand wall as she turns. Left side, you see him at the wall. See her, sorry, Diva in 2's turned. She has 50 to go over freestyle. All right, so finishing freestyle, Ava Newsom closer to you here. And then just above her to her right will be Jack. He has 50 to go in freestyle. 3:03 for Ava, dropping a bunch off of 3:15. And this is Riva here in lane 2 coming home on her freestyle. Nice job. All right, one swimmer still out there. This is Jack in 4. All right, this is our final event. Again, we have 13 heats. Should be wrapping up in about 35 minutes. Here's Jack finishing. We'll take a look behind the blocks. Heat 2 swimmers. We should have swimmers in 1 through 5 coming up. Those should match the names on the top right of your screen. Top right now are the swimmers in Heat 3. Underway, Heat 2 in the pool. Lane 1, Bryce Homeyer. Lane 2, Sydney Garino. Lane 3, Connor Ehrenbeck. Lane 4, Maya Iwanek. And lane 5, Taylor Price. All right. Again, this is Heat 2 of 13. Top right names are your Heat 3 swimmers. All right, halfway through the backstroke at this right-hand wall for the swimmers. All right, lane 4, first to turn at this point. That is Maya. All right, lane 3, Connor is lead swimmer now in this group. Coming back, he'll transition. Everybody will, on the left-hand wall, have freestyle to go. 2 lengths of the pool down and back to complete this 200 IM. All right, see Connor ready, right-hand wall. Here he is, turning, 25 to go. And into the finish, Connor goes low, about a 256 something. Again, those dashes just represent that the backup timer registered his finish. He came in on a 306, so we're improving a lot on that. And that's going to conclude Heat 2. Here's our Heat 3 swimmers lining up behind the blocks. All right, Heat 3 underway. Names for Heat 4 updated top right. In the pool, Heat 3, lane 1, Arunta Ganesh. Lane 2, David Knoll. Lane 3, Caleb Tingston. Lane 4, Joseph Wang. Lane 5, Colin Holm. And in lane 6, Sophia Perello. This is Heat 3 of 13. All right, swimmers finishing butterfly here. Caleb in lane 3, first to turn that far wall after his half a backstroke. 25 to go of backstroke as they turn. All right, keep an eye on lane 6, second Sophia, second running order here. After the backstroke, breast end free to go. All right, while we have a second here on the breaststroke, always a good chance to get a look at the face. That's Caleb in 3. Next swimmer running order is lane 6, Sophia. And then to the right of your screen is lane 5, Colin. Oh, and lane 4, Joseph. We'll go overhead here as the swimmers transition to freestyle. Caleb in 3 is already turned. Next to turn, lane 5, Colin. And then Sophia in 6, Joseph in 4. 1 is turned. That's Anirudh. And then David in 2. All right, swimmers, as they're going right to left here, are finishing. Caleb came in on a 3:00. We're dropping a ton on that. 242. Nice job, Caleb. Lane 5, home 253. Came in on a 305, nice drop. Sophia up in 6, came in on a 306, just swam a 254. That's a 12 plus. Right at, 1180 something. Nice job. All right, here we are behind the blocks. We'll get a real quick view and then we'll jump down. This is heat 4 in the pool. All right, names for heat 5 updated top right. In the pool, heat 4, lane 1, Jai Liang Torres. Lane 2, Stella Tanguay. Lane 3, Nico Fisher. Lane 4, Charlie Kovacs. Lane 5, Daniel Jara. Lane 6, Jack Ferrara. Heat 4 of 13 in the pool. All right, swimmers turning on that right-hand side halfway through their backstroke leg. Charlie Kovacs in 4, looks to turn first. 44.002. He'll have low split on that backstroke. Running order, lane 4, Charlie, and then Jiang Lang in 1. All right, freestyle to go at this wall, 50 yards to go. Low breaststroke split, looks like Jiang in 1, 49.26. All right, and a 25 free to go on this right-hand wall. And Charlie goes low time here. 248, dropping a bunch off a 256 seed. Nice job. 5-second drop for Jay Liang in 1. Heat 5 underway. Names for 6 updated top right. Here we are with Heat 5 swimmers. Lane 1, Conrad Posina. Lane 2, Emery Passerati. Lane 3, Mackenzie Atkins. Lane 4, Samantha Casales. Lane 5, Sophie Klein. Lane 6, Maya Kurzanestov. I'm sorry, Maya Kornestova? Putting the... Okay, this is heat 5 of 13 in the pool. Again, names for 6 updated top right. Lane 4, first to turn, that's Samantha. All right, freestyle to go at this wall. Samantha continues to lead there in lane 4. And 25 to go on this right-hand wall turn. And the low time, Samantha in 4, 2:34.58. That's a big drop off a 2:47 seed. Nice job. Little pan down. We still have lane 6 finishing up. Come into frame right there. Here we go, heat 6. Names for 7 updated top right. Our swimmers here in heat 6, lane 1, Nicholas Lee, lane 2, Amelia Schanman, lane 3, Hugo Leon, lane 4, Grace Lynn, lane 5, Caitlin Huang, and lane 6, Annabrella McMillan. .33.09 going out for Hugo in lane 3. All right, Hugo continues to lead after the backstroke, 100 yards down, 100 to go. Just split a 39.16 on the back. See how that compares to the field. 41s, 42s. All right, Hugo, you see him turning on the right-hand wall. We'll take a look this way. All right, lead swimmer Hugo at the wall here. He's turning for freestyle. You'll see the field coming into view now as they come under the flags. It's followed by lane 6, Gabriella, and then lane 1, Nicholas. All right, the field at the right-hand side, they'll have 25 yards of freestyle. We're gonna go down with Hugo on the finish. Nice job, 2:29. Came in on a 2:40.98. All right, here's the field coming under the flags. Looks like lane 6. Gabriella's going second low, 2:45, improving on her seed time. Nice job. Big drop for Hugo. Nice swim there. All right, heat 7 in the pool. Names for 8 updated top right. In the pool, heat 7, lane 1, Reese Nelson. Lane 2, Isabella Gonzalez. Lane 3, Anissa Tenekum. Lane 4, Angelica Sandoval. Lane 5 is Navi Knoll. And in lane 6, Robert Walters. All right, lane 1, first to turn here. That is Reese Nelson. Followed by 6, then 4. Lane 6, Robert Walters. Lane 4, Angelica Sandoval. All right, swimmers will be halfway through breaststroke at this right-hand wall. All right, freestyle to go here. Reese Nelson in 1 continues to lead, followed by 6, then 4, 5, 3, 2 is the running order. All right, 25 to go on this right-hand wall. Take a look at our lead swimmer here, Reese in 1, coming home strong. Nice swim. It's like a 2:36 something, dropping off at 2:38.68. Nice job. Quick pan. Underway. This is heat 8. Names for 9, top right. All right, in the pool here for heat 8. Lane 1, Samuel Acrisco. Lane 2, Reese Davies. Lane 3, Zachary Lee. Lane 4, Jaden Pinella. Lane 5, Shane Nelson. And lane 6, Sophia Sagluo Lepinen. This is 8 of 13 in the pool. Lane 1, lane 4. Lane 1 is Samuel Crisco. Lane 4, Jaden Pineda. Close one. They got freestyle to go. Half a second splitting them at this point. Samuel had low split, 42.6 on that last part of his breaststroke. And into the wall. Wow, close one. 221.61, 221.54. Jaden goes 31.68 on that last 50 free to make the difference. This is Heat 9. Names for 10 updated top right of your screen. In Heat 9, in the pool right now, lane 1, Kara Slodwinski. Lane 2, Madeline Jamau. Lane 3, Paige Paderozzi. Lane 4, Henry Weintraub. Lane 5, Ella Loeffler. And lane 6, Marco Holder. Keep an eye up there, lane 6, Marco off to early lead. Give a little camera time, upper half of the pool there, a lot of action. And then we'll go wide for a second. Here we are wide. All right, that's 100 yards complete. Preston free to go. In the pool, Heat 9 of 13. Names top right are your Heat 10 swimmers. Your lane 4 swimmer, Henry Weintraub, first to turn, 43.16 on that split. Lead swimmers under the flags. Into the finish. Oh. All right, we'll take a look down the... Here's our Heat 10 swimmers about to step up. Here's our lane assignments. I didn't point it out. I just kind of, I've been seeing it, but I don't know if everybody else has been seeing it. The orange cones there between lanes 3 and 4, just a visual way of kind of being able to see the difference halfway of the pool of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I not update those names correctly? This is Heat 10 in the pool. I might not have updated the names, folks. Sorry. Oh, I did. I did it. Okay, we're good. Sorry. False alarm. I did it faster than registered with the brain. All right, in the pool, heat 10. Swimmers, lane 1, Ethan Matee. Lane 2, Robbie Anesh Roy. Lane 3, Liv Wright. Lane 4, Liv Campbell. Lane 5, Ava Manning. Lane 6, Charlotte Lee. All right, keep an eye up there. Lane 5 looks like, yeah, close between Ava and Liv in 4. First to turn there. 35.03. Liv on that split. Looks like she had the low split. All right, swimmers coming off the halfway through their breaststroke. All right, Liv Campbell there in 4, first to turn, splitting a 40.16 for Liv. You can see that relative to the field, 43, 48, 42. So big push by Liv. She's already down there, 25 to go. It's our lead swimmer, lane 4, followed by 3 and 5, and then 2, 6, 1. Got to follow Liv coming home strong. Going to be a big drop here. She goes 2-2-2, 2-2. 5 of a kind there for Liv, lane 4. Holy cow, how about that? She came in on a 2:22.33. She went from full house to 5 of a kind. Nice job, Liv. If anybody doesn't get that reference, her seed was a 2:22.33. So 3 2s, 2 3s, full house. All right. Here we are. Underway, heat 11 of 13. All right, names are updated for heat 12, top right of your screen. In the pool here for heat 11, lane 1, Joshua Artordi. Lane 2, Bryn Paderozzi. Lane 3, Sam Iris. Lane 4, Matt Martino. Lane 5, Megan Dwyer. Lane 6, Elisa Perebski. All right, folks, hope you're enjoying the coverage. My poker reference is my little entertainment in my brain. So coming down to the wire here about, well, what are we, 3 more races. So if you are signing off, hope you enjoyed the coverage. Here we are at the halfway point, lane 1, little outside smoke for Joshua, leading him out here. How about that split up top of the pool at 34 for Elisa, 34.6. She has a low split there. All right. Lane 2 Bryn having a great breaststroke leg here. And again, you'll see that on the post, on the splits, the blue text that's going to pop up in a second. Take a look at Bryn, lane 2, her split here. She just split a 42.3. Nice job. All right, final 25 on this right-hand wall. All right, Joshua in 1 goes in low time there. 2:19 right on his seed. Came in 2:19, went 2:20. Nice job. Here is heat 12 of 13. Final race on deck. Those names you see top right are the swimmers in that final race. Here in the pool, though, Heat 12, Lane 1, Grace Madden. Lane 2, Luke Farkas. Lane 3, Sid Wright. Lane 4, Samuel Germino. Lane 5, Sarah Thomas. Lane 6, TJ Wangchuk. Lane 2 here, Luke Farkas, first to turn after the fly. All right, Luke continues to lead halfway through the back. All right, 100 yards complete. Breaston free to go. Samuel in 4, push, nice push on this breaststroke leg. And up in 6, TJ Wangchuk. There, we'll take you over top, 20 or 50 to go on the freestyles. Again, this is Heat 12 of 13. One other race to go. You see those names top right. The penultimate race. And Luke's going to lead it home and takes the low time, 2:14.37, right on his seed. Again, early in the season, so impressive swimming those times this early. Okay, here's our swimmers' final race. Underway, final race. All right, here we are. Heat 13, lane 1, Jack O'Neill. Lane 2, Ian Wardle. Lane 3, LJ Conlon. Lane 4, Dima Fedorov, pardon me, Dima. Lane 5, Morgan Minderobe. Sorry. And then lane 6, Douglas McNauger. So that's LJ leading him out in 3, followed closely by Dima in 4. Shout out to Morgan here in 5, representing the ladies in this final heat. Freestyle to go here for LJ in 3. See the amount of water he moves with strength in that stroke. And we'll take it overhead. LJ's already turned. He's got 25 to go, right to left. We'll check him real quick on the finish, and we'll jump back. Again, there's those cones between lanes 3 and 4. Here comes the field into the finish. Dima in 4. Way to represent Morgan, third place there. Nice job. All right, folks. That is our final race for this session. 11:45 was the scheduled finish. It's 11:48 here, real time from Summit Area Y. Glad you can join us today. Let me check any comments. All clear. All right. Well, thank you. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. This is Mike, Common Guy Sports. Again, we're here for the younger session in a little bit. And then for anybody attending Devilfish Classic in a couple weeks, we will see you there or on the live stream. All right. That's it. We're going to wrap up. I guess we could do one last. There's Coach Pat getting ready for the winter with the facial hair. All right. That's it. Signing off. Good job to all the swimmers getting this season, this year started. So for some swimmers, this will be their final season on the team. And look forward to experiencing it with you all. So again, Mike, Common Guy Sports. We'll see you soon.